the Toronto Thunderbirds, taking on the Sacramento Condors.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Sacramento Condors and the Toronto Thunderbirds. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff looking right. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 67 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner doesn't seem like it. game and they're calling on it, he should be warmed up. He should be into the game. But sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. Fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Working with his 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Condors put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw again.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Back to throw again. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Thunderbirds are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now back to throw.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Roth. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That escapes, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 43 yards. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
These two teams all tied after 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But
he's got a man, complete. And touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Thunderbirds are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. What a 1st half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's on to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now This offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
2nd and 4.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run on the draw. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And not much there. maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Second and 9 now. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Second and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He's got a man, complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
It's a big play there on 3rd down.
45 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that will keep this a 4-point game. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Thunderbirds will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out comes this offense now, late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where you see the final score there. A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14, the final. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Breece Hall, a touchdown run in the victory. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up, as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And able to get this out to the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Well, he, like many good running backs, loves to go to the right, and he looked really comfortable going right there.
And was aided by the deception from his QB, who dropped back first before pitching it out to the right to him. I think it allowed the blocking to get set, and that allowed for the big run, too.
Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Thunderbirds go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's Sacramento's offense once more.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it, and they'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. High throw, but the catch is made. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Second and 1. This will be caught by Brown. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Derek Brown, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. This is caught. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They'll try and run for it. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing left sideline complete. It's Brooks. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Condors have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Takes it at the 7. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I
Really?
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
2nd and 6. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal. Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Thunderbirds have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Brooks. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
60 yards on the ground for him so far.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for the home team here, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, they'll fall to 1-2.